Oh, I keep noticing in the viewfinder that like I was using that white essence All About That matte powder to set down my concealer, and I might have went a little heavy-handed on it, and there's a lot of white right here, so forgive me. I do know how to do my makeup, just not all that well. Alright, I don't know whose voice that was in the intro, but either way, hey guys, thanks for coming back to check out another video. So I missed the update to my own project. So the project random uses that I created, that feels so weird to say. I missed the, what was it, the March update for that. So I wanted to update you guys now here in April, and then I'll update again in May for it, but then it'll go back to every other month like everyone else is doing. So I do just first want to say thank you guys so much for all of the support on this through YouTube or Instagram. I am trying to leave everyone that is participating in this project in the description box. So if I did not have your Instagram handle or your YouTube linked down below, please let me know so that I can add you and make sure that you like get credit for joining in on this. And I do just appreciate everyone's like love and support and like wanting to follow along and even like participate in this. Like, it's so weird to me that, you know, so many people were like, this is a good idea. So it's been fun. And I do apologize. I have missed everyone's updates that they did last month. I am trying to like find them and go through them and make sure that I comment and like the post or the video. But yeah, I was in the process of moving and social media was the last thing on my mind, but we're back and we're here. So let's not ramble any further. Let's just get on into this. Alright, so project random uses, the rules, let's just quickly go over them. 5 items in, but feel free to add in however many items that you want. I think that the good thing about project panning is that you can really take an idea or someone's like project and tweak it and make it your own. And I really hope that if you are doing this, want to do this, like you make it your own in however way you want to. But I have 5 items in, and my rule is to let the pretty random number generator app decide how many times I will use said item. So I have mine between, I think, 5 and 50 because you don't want like 0 uses. So yeah, 5 and 50 is what I do. And then like I said, every other month updates. So yeah, I'm gonna leave for you somewhere on the screen how many times I have used it. That way we can just kind of like speed roll through this a little bit quicker. And I'm just going to go in order down the list as I have them written on my piece of paper. Okay, so the first item that I want to talk about is my Ofra Pillowtalk highlighter. I think the goal with this was 38 uses, which I did hit. I went over that by like 3 or 4 uses, I think. I'm really impressed with myself. I didn't even think that I would hit pan in this highlighter, but y'all, that pan has just like continued to grow and grow. I am so tickled with this. I think this is a beautiful pink highlighter. I have heard other people mention that like the Ofra highlighters tend to accentuate their texture on their cheeks. I haven't found that to be the case for me, but I don't have like a ton of texture on my cheeks either. But just in case you've had your eye on these, I did want to put that out there for you in case that's something you're concerned about. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I like hit my usage goal on this, but I'm kind of sad to like put it back for a while, you know. It's not that I couldn't continue to like work on any of these projects or products, but I really wanted to have this project as an opportunity to touch like more things within the year and get myself comfortable with having usage goals. So yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet moment, but we'll take one last look at that nice shiny pan, and yeah, it'll be a little while before we all see this highlighter again. Okay, so this next thing did not get used very much since the last time we saw each other and like updated on this project pan, simply because this was an item that I did pack up in my makeup. I had my like makeup go bag of like things that I kept out to use during the moving process, but I packed up like 80 to 90% of my makeup, and this was something that did get packed up in there. But I do want to, I thought about like refreshing this project and like pulling in all new items for like the things that I'd packed away. But now that we're here and we're moved in, like it's fine. I want to pull these out and actually hit my goals on them. So this is the Vyana Planet Blush in the shade Cranberry. I don't want to like spill any of it, but there is still a lot in there. It is a loose blush, and like I said, it didn't get very many uses on it, but I absolutely love this color. It is such a pretty like light pink color, perfect for this time of year. So I have no issues like pulling this back out and continuing to work on it. And I don't know if it will roll out by the next update. It might. I don't feel like I have, like I had some high numbers on items like of how many times to use them, but I feel like by May I should be rolling out quite a few things. Okay, so the next item to talk about is a bronzer that I had rolled in. This is the Ulta Beauty Matte Bronzer. I believe this was like a gift with purchase that I got from Ulta. I can't find this exact bronzer on their website, although they do sell bronzers. I think this was their attempt to dupe the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It smells the same and it had the same like leafy palm tree imprinting on it. But I am happy to report that I don't know if we had pan on it the last time we talked, but now this is what it's looking like, and that is how much pan is on this. I am really excited. I think this is a bronzer that I could finish off this year. It is very thin here, like around the edges. It's thickest right here where I don't tend to focus in my brush. I use a pretty like, it's a mini brush from Sephora. That's what I use to like apply my bronzer. So my bronzer brush does not take up the whole pan. That's why it's thicker in some areas and thinner in some areas. But I am still enjoying this. This is staying in the project. I have not met my usage goal on it, and so yeah, it will be in for another month at least. Alright, so this next item is much like the Vyana Planet Blush in Cranberry. I packed this away with the rest of my makeup, so the usage on it isn't that great. This is a loose highlighter from Juvia's Place in the shade Cleo. This is very pretty, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that I owned this until I was unpacking my makeup. That's a sign that you got too much, Haley. But anyway, so when I pulled it out, I was like all excited about it, and then I got even more excited because I was like, oh yeah, it's in this project. So I think the goal with it is only 15 uses. Oop, I just dropped some out. The goal with it is only 15 uses, and that's going to be quite obtainable. The reason I put it in here was because I am like a little uncomfortable with loose highlighters. I feel like I go a little too ham with them, and this is such a pretty like gold shifty shade, as you can see in the packaging. I did swatch everything out in the last video, so if you want to go see swatches, check that one out. But I am just afraid that like with loose highlighters, like I'm gonna go ham and apply too much. So happy though to have rediscovered this and get to work on it though. Okay, so the last item that I rolled in, I believe I rolled it in last time. It is my Benefit Cheek Leaders palette. And so how it works with this, I think it's a goal to use it 43 times. I am just counting like, so obviously there's like 3 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. Let's say in one like makeup application, I use the bronzer, blush, and highlighter. That's 3 uses. So I feel like it's going to be quite easy to roll this out by next month, simply because there are so many like pans in here to count towards the usage goal. But here is what it is looking like. I know there's like a little bit of a shadow here. You know, we got to work through things and figure out where to film. The thing I am most impressed about, now obviously a lot of my focus, I have used everything in here at least once, but a lot of my focus went to this Sugar Bomb blush. And I hope you guys can tell, I've actually worn away a lot of the imprinting of the word Sugar Bomb, especially there in the center. So I'm pretty proud about that. I'm happy that this gets to stay in and continue to get loved on. I don't think I'll be able to hit pan on anything in this, but I'm just having fun, and it hasn't been a chore. Like I haven't felt overwhelmed, because you would think like you're working on blushes and other projects. This one has 3. But it hasn't. It's like really given me a good variety, and so I'm happy to have pulled out this face palette and been using it. Okay, so I do get to roll in one item to replace the Ofra Pillowtalk highlighter, and I struggled like with what to pull in. Like I didn't want to pull in another blush. I didn't want to pull in another highlighter. I didn't really want to pull in like a cream type product, because I am doing partners in cream. So it took me a good while to decide, and at first I was a little hesitant to pull this product in, but I think it makes sense. I think it will be a good thing. Now I am working on a ton of eyeshadows. I have my Fantasy Self palette that I'm doing in collaboration with Laura. I have panned those eyeshadows, and I think that's it. But that's a lot of eyeshadows to be working on within the year. but I am gonna pull in this little 6-pan palette from Juvia's place. This is the Sweet Pinks palette. I have this palette as far as like small, like let's say 6 pans and less. I have this and then a Natasha Denona 5-pan palette. I love both of those. I think their color stories are really pretty and I love both of those formulas. However, I just really struggle to reach for my smaller palettes. So this is what this one looks like on the inside. It is so pretty. So it does have 3 mattes and then 3 shimmer. You get the idea. I can't point to them correctly, but I'm super excited. Pink is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow colors, and especially for like the springtime. So I just think this will be so pretty to roll in. Let the random number generator tell us how many times to use it. So I am going to count it like I do the Benefit palette, where this is one product but each pan. So like if I only dip into like one shade for an eye look, that's 1 use. But then if I sit down like the next day and let's say I only use this palette for an eye look and use all 6 shades, then that's 6 uses. I hope that makes sense. That to me seems like the most fair, and it'll help me keep me motivated on this. So I wasn't prepared. I need to pull up Pretty Random and get my act together. I did quickly want to show you the palette swatched out. I try in my videos. I don't do, like whenever something new is introduced is when I will swatch it out, and I don't swatch out the old items. You could go back and look at that in like the previous videos. I hope that's okay. But anyway, here's this palette swatched out. Just look at all that pretty pink goodness. Oh, this shade is like my most favorite. It is just this like great bubblegummy pink shade, but for like a 6-pan all pink palette, I think this is so well done. I think this offers a ton of variety, and I think you could get a lot of like really interesting looks out of this, as well as it being like a companion palette. But I don't mind using eyeshadow palettes in conjunction with other ones, but I do like it when they are standalone palettes, and I feel like this does have a lot to offer, even though it is a monochromatic 6-pan palette. So without any further rambling though, I do have Pretty Random pulled up with 5 through 50 put in, and let us see how many times we are going to use this pink eyeshadow palette. And it won't, is it not? Oh no, I don't want to ask Google anything. I just want Pretty Random to cooperate. Okay, well, so randomize. Isn't that just much easier? 35. I don't know why I'm always like shocked that I get like kind of high numbers. Like I don't think we've hit the 50 mark yet. I believe some people have gotten 50, but I haven't really. I think 15 for the loose highlighter is the lowest number I've gotten, but I'm always like so shocked, and it's like, Haley, duh, you put it in like 5 through 50. Like most of those numbers are pretty high numbers. Like, you know, that's just the name of the game. All right, so 35, isn't that what it said? 35 times for that eyeshadow palette. That's gonna be fun. So that is it for my update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you back in May for the next update to this. And yeah, please go check out everyone else that I've left in the description box. Support them, cheer them on. This has been such a fun like little project. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.